yesterday on the order of Judge Nancy Maldonado of United States District Court of Illinois, released the academic records of President Bola Tinubu in its custody. Although the institution failed to produce an original copy of Tinubu's 1979 certificate, in its response to request number 2, and I quote, CSU does not in the ordinary course keep copies of students' diploma and after diligent search cannot locate a copy of the original diploma prepared for Mr. Tinubu in 1979, hence has no document responsive to this request, end of quote. The release document stated. But the university was able to produce diploma certificates of other graduates not requested by Atiku. The release document, as suspected by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, exposed variations in signatories and logo, as well as revealing the fact that the president attended the university after he graduated from Government College, Lagos in 1970. Maldonado had in a ruling ordered CSU to make all requested documents available before the court by noon yesterday, Chicago time. The released documents contained 32 documents. Tinubu's primary and secondary education, like his university, had remained subject of major controversy. Besides, the variations in the names of signatories in the certificates and number of persons who signed various certificates issued in 1979, there was also a huge variation in the logo of the institution.
Okay, so finally they've released the certificate, but I think it's also incumbent on us to wait for depositions today.
Yeah.
To be able to see how the deposition process go. And like a lot of people had touted before, there are cases of variations, you know, as regards logo of the certificate. And I'm sure the both legal teams will be able to fashion out their interpretations to all of this released. There were also cases of variations, you know, and when you check the documents further, there was also a case as regards the school attended.
Yes. Government
College, Lagos, said it finished in 1970, but there's also been facts and checks that indicates that Government College didn't start up until 74, and I think their first set came out in 79, 80, thereabouts. So, I mean, there are also many variations. On the Southwest College form that was released, there was female indicated there with a social security number. We've not been able to independently verify the social security number. And there are many other variations across board. So at least we have a slant to where we are. Looking forward to the depositions. I think the deposition this afternoon will give a force to all of this document and the lawyers will be able to interrogate. So, well, like I said before, yes, a lot of people have said it's not going to go within the stipulated time. You can't file fresh evidence at the Supreme Court. Let's see how that legal process pans out. But for me, what I've always reiterated is the morality of the issue. The fact that it shouldn't be a big deal for somebody that is serving the highest office in the country to be able to allow the certificates to be released. It's not a big deal because there's a level of integrity. And for those that say, yes, make the argument, morality is not law, I just hope they can stand a highly immoral society when it starts to hit them. Because an highly immoral society is a reflection of a society where there's a complete breakdown of law of honor, order. And when there's a complete breakdown of law and order, anything can happen. In the words of Donald Trump, I can shoot somebody down on Fifth Avenue and nothing will happen. So that means people can commit egregious crimes. And that's not the kind of society we want. So we still need to make that argument for morality, as people also make the argument for legalese. And it also has to be said, the school talked about the fact that they cannot locate the certificate. I've been able to ask around. Normally what is said is that once one certificate is issued and that's just it, and that what you will get afterwards if you lose it is a replacement certificate. And that's what Mr. Tinubu claimed in his deposition to INEC, that he swore under oath. But all of these are interesting times for Nigeria. So there are more questions that will be asked. Why the female there? He's argued that it was clerical error. Whose social security number is that? There's more investigation that needs to be made. Why the discrepancies and the variations in the paper put forward? One thing is certain, this conundrum will continue for a while until we are able to get logical conclusion by both legal team, making due interpretations. But we must have a society where everything is laid bare on the table.